Good good day, students. Welcome to yet another biology class. We are still revising or treating some past questions on biology. Let us look at what we did in our last class, previous knowledge. In our last class, we answered some questions that was asked on interspecies competition, intra-species competition, the adaptive features of a toad in obtaining food, movement, and protection. Also define competition in that class. So let us move on. Let us see what we have today. Today we are going to answer the questions that was asked in WASC June 2002. WASC June 2002. Here are the questions. What is sexual reproduction? State five functions of the placenta and four functions of the umbilical cord of a mammal. C. State four conditions necessary for seed germination. State four conditions necessary for seed germination. These were the questions of a particular number of WAX June 2002. They always have series of theory questions, but this was one of the questions that was asked in that year. Now let us look at the answers. A. Sexual reproduction. The question was, what is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction is defined as the fusion of the male and female or nuclei from different individuals to form a zygote, which later develops into an embryo. That is the meaning of sexual reproduction. At times, when they ask what is sexual reproduction, some students will answer they may answer sexual reproduction as if they are defining reproduction. Reproduction is the umbrella word. Reproduction is the act of giving birth to or the act of giving birth to to a species of the same kind. So it's different from sexual reproduction. This sexual reproduction is the fusion, is the union, is the joining of male and female gametes to form an embryo, that is to form an offspring. That is what we mean by sexual reproduction. It has to do with two different individuals. So B part of it was state five functions of placenta. State five functions of placenta. The answer is number one, it attaches the fetus to the uterine wall of the mother. Remember, fetus is the same thing as embryo. It attaches the fetus to the uterine wall of the mother. Two, it absorbs digested food from the mother's blood and passes it on to fetus by diffusion. Functions of the placenta. It absorbs the digested food from the mother's blood and passes it on to the fetus to the fetus by diffusion. So we are talking about the functions of placenta. Function of placenta. I hope you can recall what placenta is. Remember, placenta is the part in which the embryo or fetus develops. It's the part. So it has functions. So those are the functions that they ask you. Number three, it prevents the mixing of fetal and mother's blood. The blood of the fetus, like the blood of the embryo and the blood of the mother. Placenta will make sure that it prevents the mixing up of the blood. So that is why at times a mother will give an HIV/AIDS patient that is pregnant will give birth to a baby and the baby will be negative and the mother positive. So that is the work of the placenta. It doesn't allow the blood to mix up. 4. It filters out nitrogenous waste of baby's blood. It filters out nitrogenous waste of baby's blood and transfers it to the mother's blood and kidney. It filters out nitrogenous waste of baby's blood and transfers it to the mother's blood and kidneys. 5. It produces the hormones that prevent ovulation and menstruation during pregnancy. That's when a woman is pregnant, you discover that no matter how many times she has sexual intercourse, she will not be pregnant again, and ovulation will cease automatically. Menstruation will cease. There will be no menstruation anymore. That is the function of the placenta. So as soon as one is pregnant or one has taken in, placenta has started its work. So it would not allow the woman to menstruate or ovulate. And most women, those are the first sign they will know that they are pregnant. That means placenta has taken its course. Those are the functions of the placenta that they ask. Now let us look at the function of the umbilical cord. Four functions of the umbilical cord. Number 1, it attaches the fetus to the placenta. Imagine that's the work of the umbilical cord. It attaches the fetus to the placenta. 2. The vein in the umbilical cord transports digested food and oxygenated blood from the placenta to the fetus. Again, the vein in the umbilical cord transports digested food and oxygenated blood from the placenta to the fetus. 3. It suspends fetus in the amniotic cavity. It suspends fetus in the amniotic cavity. 4. The artery transports waste products and deoxygenated blood from the fetus to the placenta. Those are the functions of the umbilical cord. It has different functions from the placenta, the function of the umbilical cord. Now let us look at the next answer. 4 conditions necessary for seed germination. 4 conditions necessary for seed germination. We have one as warmth or suitable temperature. Warmth or suitable temperature. When the temperature is moderate, when the temperature is favorable, the seed will germinate. 2. It needs enzymes for the breakdown of food to release energy. It needs enzymes for the breakdown of food. For the breakdown of food to release energy. You know what enzyme is? It's a chemical that acts that speed up the rate of chemical reaction. So that is its work in the seed germination. Let us take the next one. The seed must be viable. The seed must be viable. Make sure you don't plant a dead seed. Make sure the seed is viable. It can germinate. If you plant a dead seed, it will not grow. The seed must be viable. The next one, the seed needs water to activate and soften coats of the soil. The seed needs water to activate and soften the coats of the cell. Then if those are the 4 functions or 4 conditions necessary for seed germination, and we have other functions, but since the question was 4, we have other functions like oxygen or air, because the seed is a living organ, so it needs oxygen to carry out respiration. because during that respiration, energy is released and it is used for the seed to grow. So another function that if you at all you they ask more than four, it could have been air or oxygen. We would have even added another one, which is energy or food. That there must be food within the seed from which it feeds. Is different from a seed to be viable, and it's different for the food to be in that seed, because the seed need to feed for it to do what, to germinate. But since they only ask of four, so let us stick to four. So four, those are the four conditions that seed needs to germinate. Now, without wasting time, you are going to do this assignment and submit it as usual. You have to explain the importance of the amniotic sac to the mammalian embryo. Explain the importance of the amniotic sac to the mammalian embryo. So, amnion is the innermost membrane which is filled with amniotic. So I don't have to emphasize or throw light on it. So you have to go and search or look for the importance of the amniotic sac that help in the mammalian embryo. You have to submit it to the email that is screen here, that you have seen on the screen. Henry Sunday 240 at yahoo.com, or to my WhatsApp number, which are 08062558129. I hope you are still studying. I hope you are not relenting. I hope you are still firing in all cylinders to ensure that your brain is alert, your brain is still fresh in academy. You have not finished secondary school. Man, you have not finished secondary school. Don't think you have finished. As long as you have not written the exam, that means you are not through. So ensure that you read your book often and often. Let no day pass without you reading your book. You fielded up to 9 subjects, and ensure that you read all those 9 subjects. Don't attach less important to any subject. All subjects are important. Ensure that you read. So stay safe and continue to study hard.